do you do? Tell me, Mr. or Miss Technician. What do you do after a double top and then a lower low? What has crazy Uncle Wayne taught you? No. No, come on, be specific. What kind of a 1, 2, 3 reversal? Look it. Down, 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 up, up. Sell everything you got. And pound yen dropped 1,000 pips a day. Holy crap. And now look at watch the yield curve now. Can you see it? Well, something is drastically happening, right? Notice, all you had to do was see that. You and everybody on this planet should have known what to do in early 2007. It was absolutely clear as day. And all the losers on television were telling you to buy. And every day in boot camp, we read the newspapers and I explained why they were wrong. And it's that easy, and yet nobody saw it coming except boot campers and 1 or 2 people in the media. Very few, right? Now watch the yield curve. I can't get it back anymore, okay, Bowie? But when I first started doing this lesson, years ago, when I first started teaching people yield curve analysis, it was around 2007, because I was explaining to people in early 2007 about the crash using yield curve analysis. So, but back then it did cover the .com day, and it was the same. I just can't prove it to you. Not on this anyways, okay? Yeah. So, watch this, guys. I'm going to animate the yield curve now. You ready? Starting at 2003. Watch how it changed over the course of that climb. Watch how it changes when the Fed was slashing interest rates as fast as possible. And then watch it change to where we are now. Okay? Let's just watch it. Tell me that's difficult to see. Come on. Nobody knew the stock market was going to crash? Come on. How ridiculous. So now it started over again. So here we are in this world. Oops, pause. Okay. Going back to where we are now. In this world, what's happening? Kind of the opposite of what we were talking about before. Everyone on the planet wants short-term safety. And they're buying it. They're paying, let's say, they're paying so much for the safety. Remember, everyone's buying safe haven, which means prices go up when everyone's buying. What happens to yield? Well, you don't have to pay much of a yield to attract, because buyers are already buying the safety. They don't give two hoots about the yield. They don't care about the yield. If you said, well, I'm not going to pay you any return, they're like, not a problem. Right? If you gave them 0.0001% yield, they're still going to buy your short-term note. Okay? So therefore, yields are way down because there's so much demand, and price rises on the demand. Nobody cares about the yield. The yield is 0 on the short end. Yes, there is. It's not healthy, but there is. Okay? And then, you know, nobody wants to make a long-term investment because nobody really knows what's going to happen long-term. Okay? Make sense? So therefore, the yield up here is much higher than down here because everyone wants this, and this is too risky because nobody knows what it's going to be like. And we're in a tricky, sticky situation. And I'd like to tell you it was easy to predict what's going to happen now, but no, there's too many odd, strange variables in the world today it's not textbook. But I tell you what, next time we get here, you got, let's say, somewhere between 6 and 18 months before it all crashes. Start getting out. Start getting out. Okay? Cash out of your stock and buy some bonds. Why? What if you were able to lock in, what is it, 6%? Okay. What if in 2007 you bought a 10-year at just about 6%? Every year you earn 6% and you took no risk. And you did that just before the stock market dropped 44%. How'd you do? You didn't lose a penny. In fact, you made 6% and you had no risk. Meanwhile, everybody else lost 44%. Now let's say you wanted to sell your 10-year bond a couple of years later when the interest rate is way cheap. What if you wanted to sell it now? Do you think you could find someone to buy it so that they can earn the 6%? Do you think someone would buy that from you? You're like, yeah, I want to sell my 10-year T-note. I want to cash out early. Will somebody buy it? You would have no problem. You'd have people lining up to buy your bond at 6% when everything else is practically 0. Yeah, but they're going to have to pay for it, right? But that could happen. So, you know, I'm by no means a genius. Oh, look at now it zooms in. Nice. Okay? But I want you to learn this the way I did, so next time you could take advantage of it. Because I'll tell you what, when we were here, nobody took care of you except boot camp that I know of. The media didn't, right? The guys on TV didn't. The news